always go longer than we can fit in an episode, but we don't want you to miss out on any great conversations, so that's why we like to bring you Kelly Extras. You're welcome in advance. Earlier this year, I got to hang out with Zayn Malik, who you know from One Direction, also his very impressive solo career. He was super open about his reluctance of being in the spotlight. Sorry, he's one of the biggest boy bands ever. But he also said parenthood has changed his perspective. So let's take a look. But I've heard you say that fatherhood has kind of helped with your confidence. Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't think I would have been able to do this like 3 years ago. Even just
really? It's so funny to hear for like fans because you're like, you know, and like super famous and like people are really into what you do. So it's
and the thing is, look, I love music. You know, I love art and I love creating. The
rest of it.
The fame side of things never really appealed to me. You know, it wasn't something I was chasing it for. I was just trying to create art.
Yeah.
So that was something that came secondary and I had to learn to adjust to it.
It is a lot.
Yeah, it is. And when you have kids, like, you have to set an example, you know what I mean, of being able to step up and be a man or a woman of your word, you know, like that's.
Oh, kids are mirrors, man, because you're like all of a sudden you're talking to them and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can't just tell them and do the complete opposite yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't feel true to myself, and I wanted to set a good example for her. And with that in the back of my mind, it pushes me to do things that I wouldn't necessarily have done before because it's for her, you know, it's not for me.
Yeah, and it's so funny, like we can impress millions of people, but impressing your kid is so cool.
Yeah,
when your kid listens to something and they like it, and you're like, I am so cool right now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like weird. Well, is your daughter musical? I know she's only 3, but she loves music?
She is a little bit, yeah. She's got a real good retention for lyrics at the minute.
Yeah.
And she can remember all the lyrics of every song that she listens to. She's experimenting with the runs at the minute, like doing like a few notes at the same time.
Oh, really?
Even.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's really interesting. And the crazy thing is, like, I'm the only musical person in my family. Like, I don't really have anybody that was above me that did music. Yeah. So to see it in her, I'm like, is this genetic or does she just like it because I like music?
Like behavioral nurture, nature.
Yeah. But it's crazy and it's a beautiful thing to see. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, like regardless, because I think people always ask us because we're in music, so they're like, oh, are your kids into it? And it's like, it's not that I want them to be into music for me or like to be a musician even. It's just such a helpful therapeutic tool. Like, music is so powerful and it's so connecting, and it's just a really great vessel, I think, for a lot of emotional states that you kind of are working through. So I think it's cool just them to be into it.
Yeah, she loves it, man. She's really into music. She loves Trolls.
Oh my God.
She loves the
I have heard the Trolls world. And then my kids, I have one on one of the Trolls movies, and it's called Born to Die. And my kids love that song. I'm like, you're messed up. Why do you love a song called Born to Die? I was like, it's so messed up.
Yeah, no, it's a great song.
But they love that. They love those movies.
I knows that film too.
Yeah. But it's funny because those films will introduce them to music that was like around when we were kids, like, and I'm like, that's not new.
Yeah, no, but they think it is, and it's cool. We get to listen to it.
Like, we heard this new song. I'm like, cool, it's not new.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's not.
And it's not classic. Don't call it that either, because that is a reflection on my age. All right, Zayn's latest album is called Room Under the Stairs. Check it out wherever you get your music.